Namaste, namaste everybody. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to our small initiative towards adding the value to the society by providing meaningful reading of an excellent book, The Power of Purity. Before reading these beautiful expressions towards the path of liberation, I would like to say a few words about Mohanji. Mohanji is a contemporary spiritual master who delivers the most profound truths with leisure, sharp clarity, simplicity, and humor. He advocates the path of pathlessness. The Power of Purity book is a compilation of questions and answers to help you to find yourself and help you to stay with your own soul. In this book, Mohanji, in his authentic and unassuming way, moves the mind and hearts of the people of all confessions and backgrounds to lead them back to their own souls. Today, as a part of Mohanji Foundation Canada team, I am having a privilege of reading this book, The Power of Purity. Let's start the journey. Let's start the journey of purity. Signs of the times. Before reading this, I think this is the best time to read this chapter because the things which are going in the world right now, the first page of this book belongs to the same topic, same issues, and same the concerns, same the problem which is going right now on this Mother Earth. A sharing. While traveling, waiting at airports, or calling the hills at the hotel room, televisions were pouring in stories of woe and nothing else. Man-made problems, unrest, calamities, destructions of lives and properties. It saddens me to think the people are just wreaking havoc senselessly. Sign of the times. There is nothing to justify violence. Mohanji says there is nothing to justify violence. We are essentially existing in turbulent times. Yes, this is a turbulent times. There have been turbulent time in the past too, but then there was no media to instantly bring it to your eyes. Now it's instant. You can see people dying in the streets and feeling nothing about it. This is happening right now, and we know that. Constant feeding of violence to our eyes and to our mind makes both these faculties insensitive. We will not care for anything anymore. We have become indifferent to other people's sorrows. Collective consciousness is very powerful. When groups of people live in fear and suppression, there are bound to be calamities. When the fear factor overwhelms, death and destruction take place. We bring such realities onto ourselves. Consistent positive actions, words, and reassurances could slowly change the mindset of the people. We are not used to accepting positive things without questioning and doubting, and that is what is happening. We are used to accepting and storing negative emotions effortlessly. We even crave for it. We even develop a sadistic outlook in our context. I am not suggesting anything as one man can do nothing against the collective consciousness of masses. One thing we can do, we can choose to be positive despite the negatives around us. How? Mohanji says, by cleansing our insides consistently and deliberately. By trashing all negative thoughts as unwanted enemies to our own peace. By removing anger, hatred, and all kinds of negative thoughts deliberately. By forgiving and giving. By ensuring that we do at least one positive action every day. By touching someone even unknown to us at this time and making that person feel loved and cared. By reaching out and helping the helpless, maybe we could provoke a moment of positiveness. Destruction is very easy. All it takes is sheer madness. Creation is very difficult. Destruction also paves way to new creations. While we do not endorse destruction, let us maintain the above optimism that there is a room for creation here. All I am suggesting is what Mohanji says next. Please reach out and assist a poor person in your neighborhood. Please listen and do something about someone else's plight. Let us not consider others as outside of ourselves. Amazing. They all are extension of ourselves. That's very true. All are part of ourselves. We exist in comparison with others. This means relativity, relationships, build bridges. We cannot help negativity. Negativity automatically grows. It needs no fertilizers, it breeds by itself. Positiveness needs to be cultivated, nurtured, and well groomed. We should always express our own culture. Mohanji says, what is our culture? This is the nature of love, non-violence. Let us express that. Let us express the love. While I am praying for all those who suffered, I sincerely hope that at the end of all these calamities, peace will prevail. Peace must prevail. There is no other choice. Violence is barbaric. Such acts do not have longevity. They come and go. They disturb, calm, and affect many lives while it happens. Nature does the cleansing act consistently, but the impressions of a barbaric act always remain at the locations. It gets written in the subconscious of the nature. It says, the same is with acts of compassion. I wish all those who are hearing this, thank you, Mohanji. I wish all those who are hearing this happiness and courage. Please do not lose heart. Be brave and take people to wisdom and love. We can only love, love more, do something positive every day, consistently. I'm reading this line again. Do something positive every day, consistently. Do not be shaken by the barbaric acts of the selfish people, people without higher awareness. Uncertainties. Now, the purpose of this book is, as I mentioned before I started reading this book, is questions and answers. Let's read the first question. Thank you. Wars are affecting the world. Why do we have to go through these uncertainties? Mohanji answers, greed provokes the wars. Greed provokes wars. Wars create uncertainties. Plato has said, only the dead actually saw the end of the war. Greed is increasing. The problem is man's lack of understanding or awareness. This is very small life that we are involved in. A very short life. A very short life. All you need is love. All you need is love. There is no need for hatred and suffering. But we create them and then we complain. When the mind is shrunk because of hatred and negativities, man acts without thinking. This means emotional acts, emotional outburst, emotional driving, emotional eating, everything emotional. Further, Mohanji says, the intellect goes for a walk or takes a vacation. When intellect is not available, emotions play havoc and life becomes miserable. People sometimes try to drown their emotions in intoxication way. We have seen that around us. Wars begin at home. Wars begin at home. An unsettled mind unsettles the society. Collective unsettlement creates calamities. Continuous calamities lead to wars. So the birth of the war happens in the mind. Then it takes shape in the outside world. We have to watch our thoughts, words, and action. Mohanji says we have to watch our thoughts, words, and action. Sadistic thoughts must be replaced with higher awareness of our existence. We must demonstrate the acts of kindness consistently. We must demonstrate the acts of kindness consistently. We must educate children to do charity and help freely, unconditionally. Kindness, charity, compassion must be cultivated. We must think and act consciously and never emotionally. One person cannot change the society, yet one person can set an example. So, the nature of society should not be excuse for our lack of efforts in doing good. Society has never really understood great thinkers during their time. Society also tends to eliminate what they cannot understand. This never deterred a great thinker ever. They always went ahead with their mission and died peacefully. The kingdom of heaven has always been within themselves. So one man can definitely set an example. Mohanji says, one man can definitely set an example. The bottom line is, your soul is pure. Stay with your soul. All contamination is external as far as the soul is concerned. Keep it external and keep destroying waste. Life will flow. The second question. You had said that man's greed is the root cause of all the problems of the world. This question is, I think, in continuation with the previous answers which Mohanji explained. Again, you had said that man's greed is the root cause of all the problems of the world. You also said that ruining the planet Earth will ruin life on Earth too. Are you talking about global warming? Do you think there will be another ice age or flood? Mohanji answers, I think we discussed this over a private mail. Maybe I did not clarify the point enough. Flood and devastation are possible, not ice age. The ice caps are melting and deluge could be devastate countries. When Earth happened, the energy sources required for peaceful habitation and happened. They are the sun and wind, water and fire, also are energy sources. According to me, the oil within the earth is like the fluid that assists the movements of the joints of our body. Minus those fluids, the earth will crack. Thus, we have made many cracks on the earth. We have released all the poisons which were earlier trapped inside the earth into the sky. We have also brought forth non recyclable materials out of the bowels of the earth. When the guts are spilled, death is imminent. It could be today or tomorrow. Imbalance in Earth's ecosystem system will create all kinds of problems, floods, global warming, earthquakes, tsunamis, so on and so forth. Also, some deadly viruses which remain frozen in the polar ice are getting liberated with this warming. We have no idea what kind of devastation that can create. Look at it from every angle. Nature provides for existence of all its beings. There is perfect synchronicity. Sun does not take holidays. Rain does not create more water than nature needs until we change the cycle of nature. When cleansing is required, floods are created. Lightning also burns poisonous gases in the sky. The ozone layers protect life from toxic radiation. We have been provided with everything. We have also been provided with superior intellect to understand life and its nature, as well as to understand the nature too. We have also destroyed forests and our fellow beings that had equal rights over the earth, like us, and we have polluted the water of the world with immature handling of waste. Now we are trying to recycle and survive. Is this lack of vision, greed, or indifferences? When profits become the priority, when profits become the priority, life, including thoughts, words, and actions, gets compromised. When profits become the priority, life, including thoughts, words, and action, gets compromised. Actions become insensitive. People do not care anymore. War takes place. Destructions happens. Earth has faced many such occurrences of devastation because of private agendas in the past. It experiencing the same in the present too. If we use solar energy and wind or water energy, this is harmonious with nature. There are no poisons released into the skies. We cannot ignore the actions of the present and look at the future. Today's actions are tomorrow's reality. The result of today's action happens tomorrow. If we create a better today, we could look at a better tomorrow. Again, if we create a better today, we could look at a better tomorrow. With this reading of book, and before I conclude, I also would like to share which Mohanji has said, I think yesterday or today, not sure, but yes. This is very beautiful about all the people who are living in their own countries. Mohanji says, everybody has a taken from the country. Right now, I'm living in Canada since 15 years, more than 15 years actually. And that's correct. I have taken a lot from this beautiful country, Canada. Everybody has taken from the country. We are all taking lots of things from the country. That doesn't make us great citizens. Mohanji says, what you have given to the country makes you great citizens. So, if you want to build up your purpose, build the purpose with the motherland. Build the purpose with the motherland. Make sure you contribute to the motherland much more than you take from the motherland. Then purpose is high. If I am serving the country in my own way, I am contributing to the country in my own way. And how can you contribute to your country? Mohanji says, how can you contribute to your country? Mohanji says, it can be a knowledge, it can be love, it can be skills, it can be your own experience converted into upliftment of the poor in your own way. That makes your life purpose complete. With this note, I would like to thank you, everyone who is there right now and who will watch and listen this video in the future. Beautiful topic, the shift. Please be there tomorrow at same time, 8 p.m. EDT. Thank you, Mohanji. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. And have a wonderful evening.